Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I have another PCM test and possibly repair. This time is coming from Kentucky. This is Christopher Hinton. His computer is a 2010 Ford Mustang GT, 4.6 liters. The customer concern is actually, let me just read in here. Initial issue, no AC and O2 sensor errors. He sent me a few fault codes in here. It says P0645, which is an EVAP leak. Not sure that could be related because that is actually measuring the leak. So that is an EVAP code. He had the P645, which is a clutch AC relay. And then P0480, which is fan 1, and P2195, which is O2 sensor 111 lean. I have all that information pulled in here, so we will see that in a second. I have the computer connected, ready to go, and I have a test light connected instead of the AC clutch relay to see if we can get activation, even though sometimes these computers show an active signal here and it's intermittent. I'm not sure if it is an intermittent or completely no good, but we'll see. Let's go over to some of the information that I normally show you. So let me see right here. Okay, so this is a PDF specifically for his vehicle where I can see the O2 sensors. Let me get a little zoom. So we will be working on 1.1 based on the fault code, that is in connector E, which is, let me take you back to here. I have marked T, B, and E. E has 70 pins. The other two has 50 pins. The B connector is in the middle. So based on that diagram, sensor 1 is in connector E. So I will be needed to put a test light in there, but let's focus into the AC first. I also have the next diagram is something that I have done before. This is very nice from Ford because all powers and grounds are into one diagram. And I noted that because this is wiring that I did myself for my tests, right? So this is original Ford, but I use it for I think 6 different type of vehicles. So the reason I don't have that connected all the time is because some modules don't need it and is actually connected to something else. So I just leave it off and I have a power to it so the module can come up and show in the scanner. The next one is fault codes. I have the first one in here. As you can see on the top, kind of like blew out right here. P2195, that is the O2 sensor lean. It's bias lean, so it could be a problem on the signal or a problem on the IC, which I think is all into one, sometimes in two in this one, so I have to see that as well. It's also very important to read the concerns because look at what is shown in here at the bottom. It says positive crankcase ventilation PCV system is leaking or the valve is stuck open. So that is if that valve is open and he has a EVAP code, that is something that could be related. So if we go over to the P0455, let me just go. The reason or the way that I'm doing this, let me just close that here. So I just do Control F. It's a PDF, right? So I'm going to do P0455, right? That's the first code. And if we see, it says in here, is EVAP emission system leak, gross leak detected, or no flow. So this is very important to check, make sure the EVAP system, it says EVAP purge valve is stuck closed. So that could be also related to this because I have to check that IC controls some of the signals for the purge valve and so all this could be related. But that would not create a link condition. So I still have to analyze all this. The clutch relay, I have actually that falls separate because it's not a fault for the computer on the engine, right? So Well, it should, but I don't know. But I did a search. Let me just show you. Like if I do here P0645, P0645, it says it couldn't find it. And I look into this document, at least from Ford, and didn't give me that result. But I did a search on Ford. I went again for the specific fault code, and it says air conditioning clutch relay control circuit, very specific to the AC clutch, which is his main concern, right? All right, the next fault code, P0480. So the P0480 is for fan 1. P0480. We can see right here, fan 1 control circuit. And if I remember properly, because I repaired a lot of these modules, they're all in the same connector, or in the same IC. Sometimes again in 2, I have to open the computer and see, but I have all parts in stock for these computers. So this is pretty much in brief big tests, or show what I wanted to share with you. So let me put the top down. The reason I'm using the top down is because this is the only scanner that can do the bidirectional controls that I need to run. I also have the meter, as you see there, so you can see the computer is alive, and we have a 5-bar reference, so that is good. So let's do an auto scan. This should be, at 2010, should be easy to read. The last digits on the VIN number should be 137925. All right, that's a good sound. 2010 Mustang GT, that's good. And 137925, that is exactly the vehicle. All right, we're going to go into quick access. Again, this is very unique to top down. I'm using the top down Phoenix for this. Ignition is on. Because I wanted to run the bidirectional controls for the AC clutch. Sometimes Ford does, Snap-on doesn't allow me to do it for some reason. Now we're going to go enter the engine computer. Where is it? PCM right here. All right, we're going to enter the PCM. Making sure you guys can see everything very well in there, and it looks like you do. All right, we're going to go, let's read the fault codes and see what we got here. Constant memory fault codes, see if the faults are still there. Sometimes when they get disconnected, the faults get just lost. Yeah, you see we got other faults that were not here, like the throttle position and so on. So it looks like the 685 is, no, that's another fault code too. P1000 is there. Yeah, none of the fault codes that he had on the car are here. These are completely different fault codes. So yeah, I cannot go by fault codes then. Now let's go back. We're going to go into actuation tests. Sometimes it's either in special functions or actuation test. Yeah, I think it's in this one if I remember properly. I work in so many computers that sometimes it's a little hard to keep up. So we got the fan control, which will be also checking, but you see right here, there's no AC clutch relay tests. Evap, fuel pump, fan, spark, intake manifold, or nothing. So we go into output test mode. Key on, engine off. That now you know what KOEO means. Is key on, engine off. Click OK. This parameter indicates the status of the PCM. If the output test mode is on, blah, 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 output devices are turned on except for cooling fans and injectors. So very specific, and that's why the fans are outside. All right, so add data stream. Yes, we want to add the AC clutch. Let me see if I can look for it. So clutch. Air conditioning clutch. Okay, we're going to select just that one. And let's click the test on. it is completely not working. So you see, this is very good because now we're commanding the AC, the air conditioning clutch on, and it's definitely not working at all. I have also, which I didn't show you, the diagram for the air conditioning. So let me make sure that we can see that. ACCR. Okay, that's not the one I want to show. Give me just 1 second, guys. I'm looking for the correct diagram so you can see the entire system, how it works. Perfect. So yeah, let me just move you over to, let me get the Phoenix and the meter out. All right, so this is a diagram that I obviously put together, at least that mark, because this is coming from Ford. But so we have, let me get a circle, red circle, so you can see what I am moving. I'm going to use this as a mouse. So we got the AC clutch relay right here, and the computer is commanding it over to the signal, which is the ACCR pin 14. If I have, okay, let me just make sure right here. Yeah, you're not going to be seeing this. It is actually connected to pin 14. Oh, it just came on. And it's actually, let me just show you this, guys. It is very intermittent. You see right there? Hopefully you can see this. So it is on and off, and I'm not touching anything. So this is by itself. That's what I left it on, so we can see that. So that is telling me that everything else, as far as my connections, are correct. The only thing that we have a problem here is, and you can see this is all together perfectly. I'm just, moving the things because it's not that we have a loose connection or anything. That's definitely perfect situation, because now we can see that indeed we have a problem with the output. So that is great. All right, going back to the diagram. So what I'm connected right now is to pin 14. And if we follow this to know how is the computer sending, is the computer grounding or sending a power signal? So we need to see the relay itself, right? So this is the control side. Pin 2 is going to that same pin on the computer, 14, connector B. Pin 1, on the other hand, is coming from fuse 46. It's a 5 amp, which is also controlled by the PCM relay, but I'm bypassing that because I'm actually putting a straight power to that test light on the other side. So there is no fuse or nothing, no need, because it's a test light in there. But we can see there is definitely not working. So that is definitely a ground side activation coming from the computer on pin 14. And we saw how that intermittently happened, but now it's completely off. And if we go back to the scanner, which I still have here, we can see how that signal is still being commanded on. So I'm going to turn it off, and I'm going to turn it on one more time, and no, nothing in here. But we saw that on and off and on and off and on and off. So perfect situation. So Christopher, I'm able 100% to reproduce your concerns in here. So I'm going to open the computer. I have actually a full video of this repair. This is actually a very intricate repair due to the design of this board of this computer. I don't want to remove the board from the case itself. It's very stuck glued together in there, and it's very risky. Unless I have to, I got to go on the other side. But when something like that is necessary to be done, I get a consent by the customer, because it could be a no good computer after that. In this case, I don't use that. What I do is I use a preheater board that I put the computer into a specific temperature, and I can remove that components in case it's two or so, and get the repair done properly. All right, so let me open the computer, perform the repairs. Diagnostic connector connection is abnormal. That's kind of weird. Well, hopefully you can see the light. Doesn't matter about the scanner. This is still, I don't know why it's saying that it's reconnected, but we can see that it's on and off and on and off. And now it's the same situation that we saw before. So that is perfect. That is happening. I don't know why the scanner is losing the connection. The output is still on in there. So, and we can see that in there. I'm not touching anything. And now it's on. You see? Perfectly. All right, guys, let me do this repair and come back into a fully working computer. Hopefully. All right, guys, I spoke to Chris. He approved the repairs. It's been a long day, a lot of work. Thank you all for supporting me and my channel and my business. God bless you all. I'm very, very happy. I'm doing what I love and in my home. Not really killing my body so much. It's still my legs from all those years I was working as a technician mechanic. It's still here and there in my back, but now I can enjoy a little better, or a lot better, my life. Thank you for all of that. God bless you all again. All right, so Christopher, your computer is done. Still a little warm, but not too much. It's already getting there from the repair. Probably, let me see. Yeah, this might be the best view so you can see the test light. So, all right, so this is the same test light that we had before, and I'm going to show you that it is connected to pin 14 on the connector B. I check all the rest of the signals. I repair, yes, the purge valve and O2 sensors were also actually bad too as well. I replace all those components, all original components, and everything is good. So hopefully, right? Because I have not run it, so this will be you and I the same time finding out if this is completed the repair. I mean, components can always fail. Knock on wood, that's not the case this time, right? All right, so let's let me get into the scanner and let's connect to the computer. So we can do, oh well, I have to turn it on, right? That will be important. You can see now the 5-volt reference in there, which is good. All right, let's do an auto scan. Be numbers, because for me it being hours, it should be 137925. That's a good sound. 137925, perfect. All right, we wait for this to go. We go into quick access in here. I just read the bean, but it has not really connected to the computer, right? Because looking for an entire car. And I'm going to go directly to the point of the test as I show you on the beginning of the video. All right, we're going to go over to the PCM. I'm going to go, remember, actuator test. Actuation test. And we're going to go over to, I think it's like another actuator. So menu over the menu. Yeah, output test mode. Right here, key on, engine off. We already cut out what that means. We read already this warning that is not going to activate the cooling fans or the injectors. Right, we're going to add data stream, and I'm going to add the AC clutch. So let's look for the clutch. Air conditioning clutch. And let's turn it on. Immediately on. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Everything is good. This is immediately, I mean, nothing else to prove in here. We got everything working. The driver is working perfectly, and we can turn it on and off as we please. Remember, in the beginning of the video, for you guys, this is, like minutes. For me, this being hours because it's already 8:07 p.m. But yeah, you can see I'm going to turn it on back one more time. It's instantly coming on and off as I command it with the scanner. All right, so everything is good to go. Nothing else really to test in here. This is it. All right, guys, again, thank you so much for visiting the channel. If you're here, don't forget to subscribe. That really helped my small business a lot. Every time you subscribe, YouTube will promote more and more my videos to you, and that's how you find me for free. So thank you if you do so. If you have any computers, clusters, automotive, or marine, please go over to my website, which I have not shown in this video, I think. So let me take you over there just quickly. This is my website. Let me take all this out so we can read better. It's the same name as in my YouTube channel, Mike Salazar Diagnostics. Just add the .com, and I'm going to put them in the title of the video so you can copy and paste it from there, because it's not a hyperlink I can put on the titles on these videos. When you're here, right under those big letters with my, with the website and my name, because that's my name, Mike Salazar. I know it spells different, but it sounds as Mike The white box, if you click in there, it will download a form that you need to fill and sign with the module, add it in the box with the module, clusters, or whatever you're sending. Please, before you do so, click the other box, which is the one that says click here to email us. That will open your email browser with my email already there. You have all my contact information up in the top here. My telephone is right there. My email's in there. The address is, it's a little hard to put right there, right in the middle of those two boxes. Again, thank you so much, guys. I will see you next time. Chris, thank you so much. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.